This documentary is brought to you by BBC, Ben Broadcasting Company, and Trukai Rice. You're watching Wilhelm to the Limit.
Turn back now. The nights are cold.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Beginning to believe that there is no summit.
That summit is not the freaking summit.
I didn't want to come in the first place.
Papua New Guinea, the second largest island in the world, home to over 800 languages and over 1,000 tribes. Its diverse topography ranges from towering peaks to fertile valleys, and coral reefs teeming with vibrant marine life. Looming over the Bismarck Range, which forms the backbone of the Eastern Highlands, lies a mountain shrouded in mystery and seclusion. It is the highest mountain in Oceania, Mount Wilhelm. At 14,793 feet, it is considered one of the 7 summits of the world. It has claimed the lives of several who've attempted to scale it, yet still, many flock yearly to summit the mountain. In October of 2018, a group of aspiring mountaineers set out to challenge the mountain in a 2-day push. Going on this expedition are Parker Snedeker, an all-time MVP from Seattle, Judah Markley, a drummer and basketball player from Kansas, Caleb Waters, a track athlete from Jenison, Michigan, Frederick Krasimpa, a New Guinea national from Goroka, Paul Swenson, a missionary from Vermont and his family, Shara Moritz, a missionary and hairdresser from Oregon and her son, a Canadian pilot, John Meistra, and his family, Tim Chanter, a tribal church planter and his 2 sons, Ben Hulley from Wales, Jason Ogg, a videographer from Los Angeles, and the leader of this expedition, a licensed leisure and recreation coach from Northern Ireland, Paul McKnight. Paul has summited twice, but this time he will be leading a group of hikers and making decisions that influence the safety of the group. After a night of rest, the group sets out from the mission center in Goroka at 6 a.m. Paul has booked 3 land cruisers to transport the group to the base of the mountain, where they will begin hiking. Navigating the treacherous mountain roads takes the group over 6 hours. In the highlands of New Guinea, delays and roadblocks are common. This trip is no exception. The convoy is halted at various points due to potholes, roadwork, and unexpected fees. After a lengthy journey, the group arrives at Betty's Lodge, the center of operations for planning Wilhelm expeditions.
I'm eating some pears.
They look delicious.
They are delicious. Would you like some?
You know what? I would like a pear. Thank you.
Pears.
It's the lunch of champions.
It is.
Actually,
And the breakfast. I brought and the dinner.
actually
That's
fruit
for the hike.
cocktail is worth it.
I was thinking about bringing stuff for like canned fruit, but I was like, man, it's gotta be way too heavy.
And I have to bring so much.
Just gotta eat it now, you know.
So what are we doing today, Braden?
Climbing a mountain.
And how's that gonna be?
I don't know, never done it.
At this point, Paul must negotiate pricing and accommodation logistics for the group, as well as hiring guides and porters for the trip to come. Finally, the group is able to depart and can commence the 4.5-hour trek to base camp.
weeks yet.
Or do I have to tie it?
Feeling good?
Yeah, man.
Excellent.
Bro, dude. Bro, it's hot. Man, we ain't got no water. We're being hunted by cheetahs, man. It's like, bro, we're just trying to survive. We've been out here for 4 weeks. Man, there's no civilization in sight. We're just trying to stay alive. Callum. It's like this apple. You see this apple right here? This is the last of our provisions. We ain't got nothing else. Oh man. Not many of us are left. We've been hiking for days. The nights are cold. Some of us have been fighting infection and other diseases. It's hard.
My name is Jason Ogg. I'm the videographer for this trip. I've been in the industry for 5 years now, and this is my rig. It's really the top of the line for what they're making today. They filmed Jason Bourne on this camera.
Hi, I'm kids these days. To release a chemical that forms a natural cloaking.
Tell us about your youth in Ireland.
I was completely green.
It was a good time. Killie dancing, chasing leprechauns. I mean, the whole business.
Did you find lots of clovers?
4-leaf clovers.
Mm-hmm.
Just 3 shamrocks.
I see. How's that apple taste?
Pretty good. You wish you had an apple like
I
this.
do. I wish I had an apple. How's it going, Judah? Are you feeling okay?
And you are watching Get Out Alive with Bear Grylls.
It seems we've found an open glade.
How was that trip?
That was a bit rougher than the first one, man. But I'm game to go again. Woo! I never climbed a mountain before. So this is my first time on climbing a mountain, so
Yeah, you remember
it's hard.
Mary
The air is
Yeah, dude.
very thin. It's gonna get dark in like
I saw this one too.
3 hours, so
Hey, how'd that hike go?
great.
We're about halfway going up that really steep hill.
Not too bad.
Okay guys, just turn back now. You can't make it. It's just hard. We're struggling together. This is just hard, guys. Judah knows, man.
I know.
It's hard.
Pretty easy actually. I mean, the blood of Celts running through my veins. We are very tough people. As you can see by the Welsh flag over here, being represented. And so, it's pretty easy. I mean, you can jog it, but everybody else is just going quite slowly.
I thought it'd be like the same as like last time, but I mean, that was like a couple of years ago, so it's a little bit hard, especially with like the weight on my back.
Good workout.
Excellent.
It's hard.
Has it been wearing on you?
It's a piece of cake, let me tell you. I mean, we're gonna lead the pack now, me and my wife, Joyce, right there. We will. This sweat is from nothing. We're just galloping up this mountain, and can't wait to get to the top with everybody.
The question that I want answered is there a jacuzzi at the top? Because I'll be disappointed if there's sandwiches are quite good.
Might make you feel good to take a few deep breaths.
Alright, so status update on the health and well-being of the crew. So we have 2 people currently fighting really bad colds. One person who I think we're dealing with some leprosy, and one man grew an extra arm. We're a little bit concerned about that. Also, the food is at a It's a very scary low, let me just say. One of the greedier members of our crew decided to eat the stash.
Hey man, dude, this is our food too, man.
Man, come on. He was on like a sugar high, and we don't really have much anything left.
The filming of this documentary has been a bit of a challenge. Just the conditions mainly. We've had a bit of sleep.
Ben now. Next time.
So do you reckon let's take this?
That would be the kind of
Why? Wait, it's like you switched the U and the Y.
Yeah. Why is the S out of Welsh?
As the group continues pressing on through the thick vegetation, they reach a vast open valley. The topography here is almost prehistoric in its appearance, leading some to ascribe it the nickname Dinosaur Valley. Giant ferns sprout from the moist ground, and mostly small shrubbery grows throughout the desolate valley. At an elevation nearing 12,000 feet, the air is extremely thin, making it difficult for the human body to take in enough oxygen to function properly. Some of the group is already beginning to feel the gradual effects of altitude sickness sapping their strength. The group must hike for another hour if they are to reach base camp before sundown. Before they can continue on, they must scale a near vertical slope next to a thundering waterfall, cascading into the rocky pool below.
Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we're doing well today. You know, we're pretty on target time-wise. And yeah, we're just headed up above that waterfall over here. It's where we're going to be camping out for a bit. And there's a couple of huts up there. So looking forward to getting up there and having a bit of a rest, get some to eat. But the group's doing really well, you know, doing well.
Some of them are.
So glad I came.
This is my best birthday present ever.
Where are we?
We are almost
37 years old, 37 kg pack.
That's right. And I'm so excited. We get to chill out a little bit and then tomorrow.
Does this remind you of Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland is far away from here.
Yeah, we're going to this one.
We lost 10 people.
Okay,
We made it.
There's a group of Australians staying in this one.
It's just so beautiful. We finally made it.
At least most of us survived.
At least most of us made it.
And the others.
Guys, just imagine how much pain
We will forever
Jesus was in carrying this
remember
cross.
the
Bro,
others.
drone the heck out of that thing.
So much more.
After 6 hours of hiking, the group arrived at base camp. The trek has wearied all of the hikers, and they must get rest if they are to continue the taxing push to the summit. At an altitude nearly 12,000 feet, the air is thin and oxygen is low, even at the base of Wilhelm. Climbers have been known to go mad due to a lack of oxygen that causes swelling in the brain. They will depart base camp for the summit at midnight.
Alright, well it is 12 a.m. in the morning. Everybody here is trying to get their stuff packed. And Ben here, what are you doing?
I'm packing my stuff and getting a Snickers bar out to eat on the march. Marching is very important.
I'm gonna show you my little setup over here. We got, what is that? I don't know if you can see that.
Spam!
We got Spam, and then we got an empty water bottle that I need to fill.
Oh my.
So it's going well.
It is midnight, and the team, drowsy from a lack of sleep, listen to a briefing from the expedition leader, Paul McKnight. He explains the conditions and perils that can occur on the mountain at 14,000 feet. After the briefing, the group sets off. The group grinds to a halt as one of the youngest climbers has begun to vomit after a rapid onset of altitude sickness.
Past Jared like a human train, like above everything.
Paul and the climber's parents decide to allow the young climber to press on.
And we're all feeling pretty good.
So stinking pumped.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm so happy. There's nothing like a nice gentle walk up a mountain at 2 in the morning.
And what exactly are you doing, Jason, on this amazing hike?
Well, what do we have here? We have Spam, which is God's provision in this time of need, and oh, look at that.
Cracked it open.
Pink, meaty substance of deliciousness.
That's awesome.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Look at that.
Yep.
And what about you, Ben? What are you eating?
Eating a granola bar.
A granola. Very good. Then we have the Meerstra family over there. Barely can see them.
So this is a pretty big drop-off we got here. It's around 2:30 a.m. and our crew's just stopped for a little rest. And Benny here is just
probably about 2/5 of the way up by now.
How are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Great.
Just struggling a little because the back of the group really doesn't get a rest because they're just at the back, and when we're resting they arrive and we leave again. So we just had to stop again. So I'm just gonna keep going.
My hands are sausages, but other than that, I'm good.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's pretty windy. I'm really tired.
Yeah.
The wind is hard, Ben.
Yeah.
And you have to keep your energy up even when you're not like super hungry, because you just need that energy.
It's actually not that cold right now. It's just doing this for
I'm really cold. It's just got fat insulation all over.
I think we're going well.
So,
You know, we're just taking it slow, nice and steady. That's the way to do it. You know, you've got a big group like this. But it's hard work. Climbing big mountains like this. It's not easy. Yeah.
Eating that Spam, Parker?
What happened with Brent? Felt pretty good.
Nice.
Nice to be bridge up, keeping the fans away from the sauce.
Great.
That is Spam. It's also wonderful.
How's the hiking going?
It's actually pretty easy, just slow and steady.
Another one of our rest stops. Doing fairly well. And we have an estimated summit time of around 5:36. We have a steep drop off here.
Hey, don't.
As the group traverses sheer drop-offs and dangerous cliffs, wind speeds pick up and the temperature drops to nearly 29 degrees Fahrenheit. One of the National Expedition guides has slowed to a stop, freezing and ill-prepared for the journey with only a shirt, shorts and a construction jacket to make the climb. One of the climbers, Freddie Krasimpa, gives the guide his own jacket.
Thank you, Freddie. Yeah, thanks, Freddie.
So, how long till summit, Ben?
I think it'll be half an hour, 45 minutes till we get to the summit. We're a little behind schedule due to sickness and some people dropping flashlights and that kind of thing. But the sunset is just gorgeous. If you just look at it now, the clouds are starting to roll in a bit, but just early on it's just fabulous.
One more ridge.
One more ridge?
Yeah. One more ridge.
So now Freddie is telling us one more ridge. We don't know whether to completely believe that, but we'll go with it. Just take a step back. This is probably one of the most amazing sunsets I've ever seen. We're almost at the summit. We've got one ridge to go. We're just pushing on as hard as we can. It is 5:35 in the morning and, well, we're just loving it up here. We're all so tired, so cold, hungry, thirsty, exhausted, but boy, is it worth it.
Well, we're almost there. It's just around the corner. Got a beautiful sunset. We're doing good.
Oh man, it's so tiring. But I just can't wait to get up there and then I'll be over. It's gonna be so great.
How's the hike, Jace?
Great.
It's quite beautiful.
Goosebumps have become victorious bumps. Where are we going? I feel so accomplished. We're so close. We should go.
The hand of the call for a job to lean on. Would it be good to call for a job? Would it be
뒤에 그랜드 그랜드 코
After miles and miles of trekking, we're beginning to believe that there is no summit to Mount Wilhelm. We're keeping misled, thinking that's the summit, that's the summit, that's the summit, but nope.
The climbers begin to feel the effects of climbing at 14,000 feet and begin to accuse Parker Snedeker, another climber, of deceiving them into climbing an impossibly difficult mountain.
So we just got screwed. That summit is not the freaking summit. It's half an hour away. So I'm suing everybody. I want my money back.
That's the summit.
I want everyone.
We thought that was
all my time back.
How could you come back a second time?
Well, just saying, when we came up, it took us like 2 hours. I don't remember all this.
It took us like 10.
This is the worst.
Parker, this is not
This is not
The main accused one of this situation. I didn't even want to go on this. I didn't want to come in the first place.
The climbers find themselves near the peak of Mount Wilhelm after nearly 10 hours of hiking. To reach the summit, they must scale a near vertical cliff.
Guys, it's literally right there. Jared, there's so
At last, every climber has reached the summit, each claiming the title of having climbed the tallest mountain in Oceania.
Never in the history of mountain climbing has so much been owed to so few. We have climbed, we have conquered, and we have won.